You have entered the prep zone, and it's playoff time. 6th-seeded Slidell welcomes in the 27-seed Comeaux. John Sartori, Charles Tiger Edwards. Tiger, it's a 27 seed in Comeaux that made the trip from Lafayette. Most people overlook a 27 seed, but there's a lot of reasons to not overlook this squad.
There's probably 5 of them, 5 losses, 5 playoff teams. Interesting thing tonight, John, the quarterback at Comeaux, Trey Harris, the running back here, Harlan Dixon at Slidell, are both going to go to Louisiana Tech commits. So Harris may be handing off to Dixon, but that would not be good tonight. Tonight it's playoffs, first round.
First round of the playoffs. We're going to talk to the coaches, and we're going to get the first round kicked off next in the prep zone. Pregame with Coach Favre. Coach, when you took this job and the rebuilding process began, it was all towards seasons like this, nights like this. What is this season and this might and the work towards this night meant to you?
Took a lot of hard work to get here, but this has always been the goal, to build a team that can contend in 5A year in and year out. And took a lot of hard work, a lot of coaches, a lot of players to get here. But we're here back-to-back district champs, and now it's that next season, right? It's the playoff season, and now we got to do something different and do something better.
You've got an opponent on the other side in Comeaux that is a 27 seed. People see the 27 seed. Maybe they're looking ahead. What do you see from them that poses a challenge?
No, they played. Their 5 losses are Notre Dame, Sam Houston, Barb. They played Turling's Catholic. They played some great, and then Acadiana. So they played some great schools. They're very athletic. They're very good on offense. We're going to have to score some points tonight.
And even though that you've won a district championship in the past 2 years, playoff wins, while you got one last year, not something that this team and this senior class are all that familiar with. What do you expect from them tonight to try to carry you to the second round?
Well, you know, we had East Ascension beat last year in the second round, and with 3 minutes left, we gave it all away. Our motto this year is unfinished business. We thought we should have played beyond 2 weeks last year. So that's our motto. We want to do better. We're always trying to improve and get better. But all we got is 4 quarters tonight, and all that matters are the 4 quarters tonight.
Pregame with Coach Dotson. Coach, a few weeks ago after 6 games, this team was 2-4, Comeaux. Now 5-5, you win 3 of your last 4 games. What does that say about the resiliency of your club?
Well, first of all, it says something about our schedule. We had a pretty tough schedule, and it was designed that way, you know. And number one, prepare us for our district, which is a pretty tough district, and then prepare us for games like this. You know, we've seen these type of teams, so I think we're ready to play.
Talk about your schedule. All of your losses came against playoff teams this year, so people see that 27 seed, they might not be expecting much of a challenge, but why is that seed misleading in your mind?
Well, I think first of all, we got some pretty good players. You know, we don't have a lot, we're not very deep, but once we get healthy, we've been pretty good. And, you know, like I said, the district we play in, I think, is pretty tough. From top to bottom, you got to show up every week, so there is no gimmies on there. So, you know, I think, again, it just prepares you for the playoffs.
This senior class that you have, you've made the playoffs every year, but have yet to win a game. What makes this group different, and what makes you think you're going to get a win tonight? Well,
you know, our leadership, Trey Harris, Eddie Flugents, those guys, you know, have been together since they were little, and you know, I think it's time, you know, and couldn't happen for a better group, I think, you know. So you know, hopefully we're going to get a victory tonight.
Matthew Rowley, ready to get us kicked off. It's the second season. The 2019 LHSAA 5A football playoffs. And we are underway from Slidell. And a short kick. And it'll be great starting field position for the Spartans in Slidell territory at the 48.
And a scrum broke out there, a rugby scrum right there, just past the 50-yard line, near the 49, not the 51. So Comeaux is going to take up the offense right here. Great field position, as you said, John.
And it's the first time we'll look at Trey Harris. Like you said, Tiger, committed to Louisiana Tech. Senior quarterback, big kid, 6'3". And he'll come out in the shotgun on first down. And we're not ready quite yet.
They're going to run the 25 seconds clock on the field. We're used to it. It's so fucking
Little problem, John, with the 25-second clock. On this end, it says 1 second. Over here, it says 40. So my guess is they're going to run it on the field. Mr. Collins, the white hat this evening, will signal it into play.
It's been a running back by committee for Comeaux. 4 players with over 50 carries. On first down, it'll be Flugents. Flugents, sideline.
First down.
First down, yeah.
First down. Good run right there. Just hand off, kind of like the old buck sweep out of a wing T formation there. Got out around the end, got the blocking. Basically overloaded that side of the field and picked up 10 yards.
Flugents averaging over 7 yards a carry this year. Good start for Comeaux. Couldn't ask for much of a better start. First down and 10 inside the Tiger 40. Harris will keep this time. Shy of the 30 at the 31. A gain of 6 on first down brings up 2nd and 4.
Harris, obviously a dual threat quarterback. It was quarterback run all the way after the fake, and nice yardage.
2nd and short for the Spartans as we are a minute in. Here from Slidell. Not much for this crowd to get excited about so far, as it'll be the first time we'll see Harris under center, and there's some confusion on the defensive side for Slidell. End around. Flugents stop shy of the first down, bring up 3rd and short.
Again, they went I think they were overloaded to this side with the wing back, and they bring the wing back around as they did earlier, hand him the ball, and try to get some yardage. Going to bring up 3rd and short. First big test now for the Slidell defense.
Comeaux, despite being a 27 seed, all of their losses, like we talked about in the pregame, quality losses, and none of them were blowouts, as they're going to run on a man late at the top of your screen. Harris under center. Up the gut. And he'll have enough for the first down.
That was pretty strong running right up in there. As that went, they got foot to foot on the line and just plowed ahead and picked up more than what they needed for the first down. And they're inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That was Sherrod Kelly on the carry, more of their power back. Flugents, more of a scat back. And you see a bit of the depth in the backfield for Comeaux here on their first drive. Here's 1st and 10. Harris going to the end zone. Jump ball, and it is hauled in for a touchdown. Slidell thought it was an interception.
You can see them down there arguing the point right now. They're visibly upset that they didn't come up with that, but in the 50-50 ball, I believe the receiver gets that nod.
And that's Malik Neighbors. He's only a junior, but he's already a 3-star recruit. Offers from Tennessee, Arizona State, Mississippi State, as well as a few others, and it's already 6-0 Comeaux. And now it'll be Savannah Sales, the only female on the team for Comeaux to attempt the PAT. And it'll be offsides on Slidell, so move it a bit closer. Now, Tiger, a bit of a decision to make for Comeaux as you're now at the 1.
They're going to stay with Savannah. But, you know, obviously playoff game, things go through your head. Do I go ahead and take the opportunity to go for 2 at closer? They're not going to. Coach Dotson's not taking that.
Slidell jumped again. Oh, my goodness. Now, something we saw in pregame, Sales did have a bit of trouble getting the ball off the ground. Maybe Slidell saw that and they're looking to get the block, but twice now, jumping off sides.
I would.
We jumped on that twice?
And there's that low kick, line drive, but it is true. And Comeaux shocking the 6th-ranked Tigers. 9:24 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Spartans over the Tigers. Torian King back deep to receive for Slidell, as it'll be Josh Simon, the senior, to kick off for Comeaux. 7-0 Spartans in a shocking development here early in Slidell. Short kick from the 25. And a lane. Into Comeaux territory and down to the 48-yard line.
Markeegan Gray right there. Stepped out of a tackle, had a little bit of a lane like you said, and got it to mid. Well, actually, they're going to place the ball at the 52-yard line, if I'm correct. Only in this stadium are the actual yard lines plus 50, like 51, 52, but I think 53 is the limit.
Everything's done by paper and pen.
Everything's done by paper and pen, Mike Gambrell tells us.
So here we go. John Autry will hand off to Harlan Dixon, the Louisiana Tech commit on first down. Good gain on first down. And it brings up 2nd and 7. Now, all the talk about Dixon, what are your thoughts on Autry this year? First-year starter Tiger who's led the Tigers to an 8-2 record.
Doing a great job. Been able to distribute the ball, throwing, and handing off to the right guy, Dixon. Fake blitz that time.
Up on our faces, huh?
So here's Autry in the gun.
Here comes that blitz.
Dixon.
From the backside.
And he's out past the 40, a yard and a half shy of a first down, and now it's a first test for Comeaux to get off the field. And with all the momentum that they already have, Tiger, a stop here on the first drive, and Slidell would be in big trouble.
That would be it'll go a long way for Comeaux, but I wouldn't count Slidell out here. Their offense is just too good.
They're calling for a measurement, and it's a full 2 yards shy.
No, the yard marker is not, the down marker is not the right spot.
Playoff game.
Wow.
The ball's at 38, the down marker is at 37. I mean, that's the 39.
They started at the 47.
So we're going to get a measurement here.
There's a lot of disagreement in this press box right now as to exactly where the ball is. There's a lot of slack in that chain, somebody said.
Here's the spot. You can see it.
Nah, it wasn't.
Wow,
no,
that's not even close.
No. Yeah.
So third.
Oh, wait, that got even shorter with those hands. I was like, wow, did that really happen?
So 3rd and a yard.
It was, look, it was like this.
And they'll mark it on the near hash. So 3rd and a yard.
The clock's right here. It's right on here.
If you're just joining us, Comeaux took the ball right down the field on Slidell on their first drive. 7-0 the Spartans lead. They've got a 3rd and short defensively here. Autry will stand in the shotgun with Harlan Dixon to his left.
I'll predict this will be a handoff to Harlan Dixon.
So here we go. 3rd down and 1. Dixon.
First down.
Second effort, and he is right
2 yards on that play.
at the chain. And they're going to signal first down. So needed 1, got 2, and Slidell in business. 1st and 10 inside the Comeaux 40 at the 36-yard line.
Lake Shore up 7-0.
Might be one of those games, John. The early indicators is who can stop who.
That North Shore going, they got to be in it, huh?
As both offenses have been able to move the football.
Inside 8 minutes to go, first quarter.
It's like 10 seconds left, right?
Dixon once more. And Comeaux loads up the box. Short gain on first down. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Tight formation that time. A handoff to Dixon. A lot of bodies up defensively in the area, and they pretty much stuffed that play at a 1-yard gain.
So the game plan early on is to feed Harlan Dixon. We still have not seen John Autry attempt a pass. Only 1 interception since week 3 for the junior signal caller.
We might be seeing that first pass right here.
That's a pass.
And there is the first pass, a short one, but there's no room as they run it near side.
Yeah, they ran to
Jordan Smith there.
to the short side of the field there on that play. Was that no gain, basically?
That is what they're calling it, and it brings up 3rd and 9, and what you would think would be a passing situation, especially Harlan Dixon not in the game. It's Torian King in the backfield. 4 wide here on 3rd down.
They're rushing 3 here.
Deep drop,
Dropping
in trouble. Nice throw, but it's batted away.
Good defensive play over there by number 5.
That was Tyreek Boyd, the senior, who will force a 4th down out of this Slidell offense.
Launcher's going to punt it?
Slidell keeping the offense on the field.
We were here 2 weeks ago, John, and he has the ability to punt it away here, especially if they quick snap it to him. He might.
Oh no, ball's loose. Autry will fling it forward, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs, and actually that dropped interception works out for Comeaux as they'll wind up getting better field position. But what a start for the Spartans. A touchdown on their first drive, and they force this highly powered Slidell offense off the field, and they get the ball right back.
Wow. I was going to assume that they were punting there. He
may have been, but the bad snap ruined all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So now Comeaux comes back out. The quarterback Trey Harris on his first possession, 1 for 1 and a touchdown. Every other play was a run.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They stay with the two tight, 2-wing formation. Running formation, I would say.
Sherrod Kelly, the man in the backfield. Harris under center.
Quarterback.
Harris keeps it himself, breaks a few tackles, and he'll have a first down.
He's dangling that ball. He's going to fall back.
Out to the 50 and a first down.
Real good run there by Harris, showing some real athleticism. Slidell has 2 nose guards, 2 nose tackles in the A gap between the centers and the guards, and that leaves the guard tackle area vulnerable, I believe, and that's where they've been attacking. Slidell.
They'll mark it shy of midfield at the Comeaux 49. This time it's a shotgun set. Harris will drop. Quick throw to the outside, tipped up and incomplete.
Pass broken up. Number 3,
Markeegan Gray makes the stop, and he's been busy tonight. Had that big kickoff return on the first Comeaux kickoff of the game, and gets a pass break up there to force the first incompletion from Trey Harris. 2nd down and 10. Only 1 man out wide. He's at the top of your screen, and there's actually a 2nd wide receiver at the bottom. Here's a handoff to the outside, and a nice.
Ooh, that looked like a little.
You talked about it, Ty. It's a horse collar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
I had my hand on my neck pulling. Yeah, the horse collar, right.
Unfortunately, for some reason, they don't keep us on camera the whole time.
No, they don't.
I don't.
They would have been, well, that's scary in and of its own right. But
Yep.
it would have been more informative.
They're going to call this holding on Comeaux.
Wow.
So no horse collar.
No.
And now Comeaux behind the chains.
That was a big pickup. Again, they went back to that kind of wing T style buck sweep, and he broke it to the outside, and it would have been close to the first down. Now it's 2nd and 15.
So we'll get a good chance to see Trey Harris's skills in the pocket here. 2nd and 15, as you just said. Blitz coming off the edge. Harris in trouble. Will overthrow his man. Incomplete. 3rd and 15.
I think he threw that away. Good blitz call right there out of Coach Dave Roberts, the defensive coordinator here at Slidell, and that forced an incomplete pass and a 3rd down and long.
5:39 to go, first quarter. Comeaux on top of the 6th-seeded Slidell Tigers. Here we go, 3rd and 15. They'll come up under center, so it looks like they're just going to try to play the field position game. Instead, they'll throw, and a flag is down. Going deep, and incomplete. Good coverage there.
You could see how that was almost going to be complete as he threw it up there for Neighbors, and it was underthrown a little bit.
Dead ball.
Oh, wow, so no play. So they let the play go, even though it was a dead ball foul on a false start.
Good question. Why did they let the play go? Shouldn't it have been blown dead at that moment?
And so now Comeaux is going to get a second chance at this 3rd down, although it is 3rd and 20. They need to get to the 49-yard line. Or actually the 41-yard line. Excuse me. Drive started at the 49.
Screen pass, do they have one?
Fake the pitch to Flugents, and
There
they
it
try that
was.
screen pass.
Then
And nice catch. Neighbors
Ooh.
is hit hard over the middle, and it'll be 4th down.
Slung down by Dante Daniels. Wow.
Harris's pass.
Woo.
Nice catch by Neighbors, though. That was
Yeah,
a tough one to
he
catch.
dug that out. I thought it was in the turf. He dug it out, and it looked like he might have a little something, but nope. Dante went no.
If he could have got past Daniels, there were some blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him, but Slidell will get off the field defensively here and have a chance to knot things up.
First game back.
Last week.
Okay.
He ran back a few punts.
Because I knew you were struggling in that position all season.
First punt by either squad in this first quarter.
25 yards
This
off.
guy that,
That's where it needs to be.
Yeah, he did not hunt well.
pretty size, huh?
High snap, gets it away with one step.
Good punt. Drives him back to the 21 and brought down immediately.
Returns ball out to the 27-yard line.
Caden Besh on the return.
There's a flag on the play.
And a flag is down around the 40 of Slidell.
I would think that's a block in the back.
Third, 41.
Good punt there by Keelan Hilaire, who also plays wide out for Comeaux. As here's the call, block in the back.
Back on the return against the Tigers.
So a long field in front of Slidell.
Programs for sale tonight.
They'll start at the inside their own 20. Wow.
They're actually marching it back further from that spot. That was the spot where they caught the ball. They had to tack on the penalty
18-yard line.
So we're going with one back.
Again, don't have a play clock. It's being kept on the field. There's a malfunction there, so here's Autry. He'll take the snap and hand it off. And a good gain on first down. And down the sideline! Still going! And out of bounds, Torian King back from the dead.
King kind of spun around. It was the defense thought they had him wrapped up, but you got to tackle them. You have to tackle somebody, and they didn't tackle King, and he crowned him right there.
34.
First down and 10, the first explosive play for Slidell tonight, and they'll keep King in.
Trust me, I don't mind y'all checking my arms. Whether y'all correct me, that'd be wrong in paper.
Feed him once more. Torian King having a nice drive.
Straight up the middle.
Big gain on first down, brings up second and short.
Just kind of weaved his way right through there and got yards. He's feeling it right now, King.
King, the next man in line, the junior, backing up Harlan Dixon.
He's saying, feed me the ball, I bet. He's ready to go.
Gain of 7 on first down. Here's second down and 3. Flag down and the ball's loose. Comeaux says they have it, and they do. But it depends on what the flag is.
86. It's gonna be
Ty Marks recovered the fumble, but we'll see what that flag is.
I think it could be illegal motion. I don't think it's illegal procedure.
Here comes the signal.
And Comeaux already celebrating.
Yeah.
An illegal shift on Slidell will give Comeaux the ball back with 3:47 to go first quarter.
Fumbled on that play. There was a good collision. The ball popped out. Comeaux on it, and a miscue by the Slidell Tigers on offense, something that few and far between this year for the Tigers.
So now Comeaux, who never really got anything going on the last drive due to penalties, will come back out first and 10 from inside their own 45-yard line.
Run that into the short side.
Kelly up the middle, and a good gain on first down, gain of 3 or 4, second down.
Fullback dive right there on the triple option. That time Harris handed it off, and they got good yardage inside.
Kelly leads the team in rushing touchdowns. He's got 10. That's the only Spartan with double-digit rushing touchdowns this year.
Option football puts the defense at a disadvantage. You've got to cover 3 different people. Make sure you're there.
This time Harris will fake and keep and fall down after a short gain, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Slidell.
It'll be third and about a yard.
1 of 2 on stopping Comeaux so far on third downs tonight.
That time Harris tried to fake out the defender and cut up inside of him, but was brought down. 3rd and 1. Here's a semi-big play here in the first quarter. Can they keep the drive going?
Kelly in the backfield. He'll get it, and he's got it. First down, Spartans.
That seems to be the way to go right there. That is the second time they've run that ball on short yardage like that and picked up more than a yard. More than whatever they've needed, let's put it that way.
Kelly comes in at 6 foot even and over 200 pounds, 212-pound junior. Going to be back with the Spartans next season. First down and 10 at the Slidell 43. Flugents on the sweep. And again, Slidell having a tough time picking up on those option plays. It's always 5, 6, 7 yards a pop here.
Yeah, they're using back motion, jet motion, so they're using all different types of movement to try to keep Slidell off balance and switch up their assignments.
Slidell crowd has had the air taken out of them here with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris will throw to Neighbors. Has to beat a man. He'll stiff arm his way inside the 30 and have another Spartan first down.
It seemed like for a second there he just like hesitated, but he was gathering to see where that block was going to be, and he cut up inside of it and got the first down and more, and they're at the 29-yard line and driving.
The game plan for Comeaux working to perfection here.
Karen Crow up on Salmon, Hannon up on Vanderbilt Catholic.
Inside a minute to go in the first quarter. And they finally read it perfectly. It's Dante Daniels again who made a huge play on the second Comeaux drive. It's the first time that the Spartans have been tackled for a loss tonight, as he did not fall for the fake to Sherrod Kelly. Trey Harris kept it himself and was brought down for a loss.
Little backside blitz right there by Daniels. Coach Dave Roberts rolled the dice on that one, and he comes up with a winner.
This could be the final play of the first quarter. Harris under center. And it's a pitch to Flugents. Flugents looking to race outside, and he's brought down. Brings up a third down and about 5. And a man is down for Comeaux, as that will be the end of the first quarter. We'll check on him when we come back. Second quarter up next. Comeaux up 7-0 on Slidell. Sherrod Kelly was the injured Spartan. He was the leading rusher in the first quarter for Comeaux. Had to be helped off with the help of athletic trainers. Looked like an ankle injury, so hopefully he'll be back in, but that is a huge loss for the Spartans. And now they face a 3rd and 5 to begin the second quarter here, up 7-0 on the 6th seed, the Slidell Tigers. LHSAA 5A football playoffs, first round here. Comeaux's senior class has been in the playoffs every year. They have yet to win a game. Closest they came was against Ponchatoula 2 years ago, a 3-point loss there as a 30 seed.
Wow.
And not sure what we're waiting on.
Keeping a clock on the field.
And now they're going to, we've just been told they're going to keep the clock on the field. So not only now do we not have a play clock, we also do not have a game clock. So it'll be 3rd and 5. For Comeaux. And it will be interesting, Tiger, to see who replaces Kelly.
Yeah, I think they're moving Flugents back there. From the looks of it, Flugents back there. He's not the size or the force, but he's definitely got the speed. It's kind of like they're from Lafayette. They're trying to build their gumbo. They got to put some more new stuff in the roux, if you know what I mean.
There you go. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 5. Harris under center. And they're going to get Slidell to jump, possibly. It was bang, bang. Both teams think it's on the opposite. Now they're going to push Comeaux back. So it now becomes 3rd and 10, and you have to throw here.
Still a discussion here. Are we sure? Are we sure? Are we sure?
Comeaux already has voluntarily walked backwards.
However, the referee's going to say,
wow,
Slidell. There's a little, like you said, it was bang bang, because you said Slidell is offsides. So that was the first thing you saw.
Yes.
So
the refs and I thinking the same. Comeaux thought that it was against themselves. They had already walked the yardage off, and now it looks like with that penalty that was 5 yards, they needed to go 5 yards to get a first down. We're going to see a measurement.
It's playoff football, John. Anything and everything can happen
I
here.
can see that.
Throw out the kitchen sink. Everything is coming.
Man.
We'll have measurement upon measurement.
We came back for the second quarter like 5 minutes ago now, and we still have not started the second quarter.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's playoff time. And that's going to be short.
And the story of measurements this evening, it's a little short.
Second measurement comes up much shorter than the first, and it is literal inches away from a first down for Comeaux.
On third down.
On third down, yes. This is where you miss Sherrod Kelly, but we'll see if Eddie Flugents can do the job.
Wait a minute.
He's called on it now.
Is Sherrod back in the game? Is that him, number 2?
That is Flugents.
Oh, that's Flugents. My bad.
Yes.
My bad.
He does look taller back there, though.
He does look.
With Kelly off the field, Flugents looks a lot bigger. Third down and inches. Flugents, big hole into the Slidell red zone inside the 15 and a first down.
They ran the outside option right there, and
looked like Slidell expected a run to the outside. I mean, there was a huge hole for Flugents up the middle there.
They were expecting either outside or inside on third, and
one of the two,
but not off tackle, apparently.
13 yards away from a 2-touchdown lead here are the 27th ranked Spartans. Up the middle, Flugents. Inside the 10 to inside the 5 to the 4. A
little dance right there. Outside veer option. He hit the crease, then kind of bounced it back a little bit and got some good yards. They got 9 yards on that play.
2nd and 1. The Spartans can still pick up a first down. 4 yards away from the end zone. Harris to Flugents. Flugents to the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Comeaux.
Wow.
What a start for the Spartans. As Eddie Flugents finds the end zone for the 9th time on the ground this season. And now it will be up to Savannah Sales to make this a 14-0 lead. Sales kick is good.
It's there.
What a story we have brewing. In Slidell, the Tigers down 14-0 to Comeaux with 10:42 to go before halftime. Josh Simon will kick off for Comeaux. His first kick went about 25 yards and was fielded by upman Markeegan Gray. This one a bit deeper at the 15. And he loses the football! Comeaux has it! Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Terrius Crawford lost the football.
I mean, it
wow!
Just popped right out there in the middle of the field, and Comeaux was on it. Man.
It's Ty Mark's second fumble recovery of the first half. Wow! See, that was a 5-second possession. My goodness.
Right now, if people were not watching at home and just turned it on and going like, let's see how this game's going, and they saw the score, they'd be scratching their head. And Comeaux with a chance here to add to it.
Everything that the Spartans wanted to do, they've done. They've dominated on the ground, and that set up the pass for Trey Harris, the Louisiana Tech commit. But Slidell, sloppy with the football, 2 turnovers here in the first half. And you can basically say a third on a turnover on downs. First down, and a nice stop by the Slidell defense is after it looked like Flugens had a big hole, it closed up quickly. Still a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Hey, they'll take 5 yards every time.
There's really only been 2 plays in this first half where Slidell has figured out this option attack from Comeaux. There was a tackle for a loss on the quarterback, Trey Harris, and then a run up the middle that didn't go that far, although it was on a 3rd and 1. So Comeaux has just done whatever they have wanted here in the first half.
They've got it figured out. Outside veer or buck sweep, whatever you want to call it.
Fake the pitch. Going to Neighbors. End zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Comeaux.
Wow.
And that
Wow.
will get you scholarship offers to Tennessee and Mississippi State, among others.
Maybe. Oh, absolutely it will. Absolutely it will.
The second touchdown for Neighbors in the first half, and it's 20-0. The 27 seed all over the 6 seed. And it looks like we've got an injury in the end zone. We'll check on that. We'll let you know who it is. Kylan Franklin was the injured Slidell Tiger. The senior had to be helped off with help of the training staff. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 3 for 3 on extra points tonight. Savannah Sales, and we've got a scrum.
Oh, we're getting a little chippy here.
Wow. So add that to the list. And I think we've got a flag. We'll let you know what it is on the kickoff. 21-0. That's right. Comeaux all over Slidell with 9:47 to go in the second quarter. Josh Simon will kick off. It was a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct against Comeaux, so they'll kick off from their own 25. And right when you need a decent kick, it comes from Simon, and he's brought down immediately.
Wow, and he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, and a lot of times the other team kind of freezes, but good coverage to make the tackle right there. And what could have been a really bad penalty is because that was a 15-yard penalty, so you're kicking off 15-yard further back, but not a big appreciable gain because the ball is out at the 25-yard line. So let's see what Slidell's got. Let's face it, they got the firepower. Let's see what they're going to do. I'm saying they're throwing the ball here.
They do, and the route is jump, but a nice job to hang on to it by Miles Brown. First time Brown has hauled in a pass, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5.
That was a good coverage right there, but he was just a tad bit late. Was Javian Etienne.
2nd down and 5. A 4-wide set. And Autry is blown up in the backfield.
John Autry keeps.
Number 45.
It'll be 3rd down.
Leandre Williams, the senior, makes a play on the junior in the backfield. And it's 3rd and 8. A loss of 3 on 2nd down.
Yeah, you always wonder. Look, there's still plenty enough time left in the game for Slidell to do something. But does Comeaux at this point have the mentally have the confidence to do what they need to do?
Autry over the middle, and the pass is dropped.
Plenty of time that time, but Autry threw it behind the receiver. Incomplete, going to bring up 4th down.
Looking for Miles Brown, who we found on 1st down, and it's another 3 and out for Slidell.
Matthew Rowley back to punt.
Matthew Rowley, the junior,
Neighbors back to receive.
back deep as Malik Neighbors. Got to watch out for him now. He's already got 2 receiving touchdowns today. That brings his total to 15 on the year. He's back deep to receive for the Spartans. The only good thing for Slidell is not much time came off the clock there. And a fair catch called for by Neighbors. He'll haul it in inside the 45 at the 43. And it's good starting field position again for Comeaux. And Tiger.
That was a big 3 and out right there.
I want to know, if Comeaux scores here, where are you at with Slidell? You know, right now, 21 points, you say, we've got a lot of time. 4 touchdown deficit.
I still say it. Don't get ahead of yourself right here, all right? But if they did, I still say you have enough time. You got the firepower.
Well, I'm not so much concerned if you have enough time, because obviously you do with the firepower, but where do you think the team is at that point?
Well, that is the mental part of the whole game. As I used to say, 90% of the game is 100% mental.
Handoff up the middle on first down, and again, the Spartans gashing.
But they got, like, they've got to start stopping them, which they're not doing, which is right now the way that things are breaking out. Obviously, we are recognizing that Comeaux is doing what it needs to do offensively, and as long as it does that, they can continue to milk the clock, keep the Slidell offense. Time of possession, I'd be interested in that.
I'll figure it out.
And our statistician Roger Glenn will. He said, "I'll figure it. I'll be all over that."
Shotgun formation, and Harris will keep it to the sideline, out of bounds, shy of a first down. It will bring up 3rd and a very short 1. But again, Slidell has not been able to stop these 3rd and shorts all night.
Yeah, mark it there. You get him the first down.
Wow, they give him the first down. My goodness.
Oh, man.
What
I'm not sure about that. I am not.
Initially, I thought 3rd and short was even a bit generous, but they're going to give Comeaux the first down, and wow, that is. It's the season of giving, Tiger.
It is. I would say right now, Coach Favre is not in a giving mood and would not appreciate that.
Wow. So instead of a 3rd and short, it's a fresh set of downs in Slidell territory, and Trey Harris is going to come up under center. Flugents to the 40. And again, they look like short runs, but they're still 5-6 yards a carry.
What they're getting is a good push by the offensive line and a seam. Again, I go back to those 2 nose tackles are in the A gaps. I'm thinking you're double teaming that guy, that gets a push, and then you just block the linebacker with the tackle, and it's Katie bar the door. There'll be some adjustments.
And they've got a very experienced offensive line, as we will watch the run on 2nd down be handed off to Cavius Honor, his first carry of the game. 5'8", 165-pound senior will be stopped a yard shy. But take a look at that offensive line. They go 5'9", 235, 5'9", 235, but then up the middle, Ali Bourgeois, 6'2", 300-pound junior, and Donald Paul, 6'2", 275-pound senior.
They're getting a big push off of that. That last time they ran a counter play, something different, a little something different to keep Slidell off balance. 3rd and short.
Here is that opportunity for Slidell to get off the field. And Harris will keep it himself. A good decision. Picks up the first down inside the 35 to the 34.
Okay, so right there, they've been getting it with that fullback dive. Hey, let's do something different. You can't start keying on the fullback. Now you got to worry about the quarterback.
Harris came in averaging over 7 yards a carry this year. Through the air, he does have 2 touchdowns tonight, but he has not been great by any means, completing only 50% of his passes, 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He's made his name on the ground, but he has looked every part a dual threat tonight. As the Spartans lead 21-0, he'll throw here, looking for Neighbors, deep down the sideline, and it is caught! Oh my goodness!
Caught!
Malik Neighbors is a walking highlight reel.
The dude is legit.
Wow!
That's all I can say right there. Wow!
And
What? But here's the thing. You can tell that they have that chemistry. He knows right exactly where to. It's kind of like Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. I know that's a stretch in discussion in a high school game, but it's very much what's happening there.
A future Division I to Division I connection. Harris, again, like we've said earlier, already committed to Louisiana Tech. Neighbors has a few SEC and Pac-12 offers. It's first down and goal from the 9, and Harris loses the football, but he falls back on it. And that could have been the turning point for Slidell. Instead, it didn't get far enough away from Harris. He falls right back on it, and it brings up second down and goal from the 10.
That is exactly what Slidell needs, what you said. They need a spark. They're kind of, look, the fans are not into the game. The fans, it's almost like we're have a home game for Comeaux. That's a stretch, really. But the fans here normally are loud and boisterous and behind their team. They're asleep at the wheel right now.
Second down, handoff to Flugents. He'll be stopped for a loss of 1. And now it's third down and 11. And I don't know how you don't look to double or possibly even triple team Malik Neighbors. He's the only player who has a receiving touchdown this year for Comeaux. And he's the only one with over 5 receptions. The next leading receiver is Flugents, Eddie Flugents, who has 5 receptions all year. So
pretty much
it's yeah. So here we go, third down and 10, and it might even be 4 down territory.
Where is number 13?
He's at the top of your screen, Tyler.
I'm sorry. I thought he was in the slot right there.
Oh, that is him in the slot. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So he's in the slot. Harris will throw. In trouble. He loses the football. And it will fall backwards back to the 21. And that most likely will knock Comeaux out of field goal range.
Yeah, they're pointing to that spot, saying that it was a lateral, basically. Ended up being a lateral, but that's why I asked where Neighbors was. He was in the slot, running a corner route. He had a man on him. It would have been interesting to see what happened.
And a flag is flown.
No,
are they calling this intentional grounding? Oh, a sideline warning on Comeaux.
They did this. I guess the second one, I guess.
Sideline warning against the Spartans.
So, I think that was the first on Comeaux, so they're not going to mark off any yardage here.
We're not going to go anywhere, as Mr. Collins is over there having a discussion with Coach Dotson about what's going on.
It's fourth and goal from the 21. Comeaux going to keep the offense on the field. Malik Neighbors is in the slot at the top of your screen.
I'm with you. We're going to have timeout.
Slidell. All right, folks. Huge play for the Tigers as they look to get back in this game. Running out of time in the first half. 3:50 to go. Fourth and goal upcoming for Comeaux. Up 21-0 on Slidell.
Coming out of the timeout, John, we've been able, through the help of Roger Glenn, time of possession right now in this ball game. 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Comeaux, 4:55 for Slidell. It's hard to get your power going when you're not on the field.
It is a bit of a chess match now as Comeaux will call their first timeout. So we will definitely have fourth and goal after this. 3:50 to go before halftime. 21-0. Comeaux on top. All right, folks, here we go. Play of the game so far for Slidell. They've got a fourth and goal from the 21. Does Comeaux. Malik Neighbors is at the top of your screen. Harris going to him in the end zone. Neighbors! fires! Intercepted! Intercepted is Trey Harris. It's Harlan Dixon. How about that?
That was a pretty simple play in the old coach's play box. You put your best athlete on their best athlete and see what happens.
And it has not been working what was done in the first half so far against Neighbors. Why not put the Louisiana Tech commit Harlan Dixon on him? He comes up with the interception, and Slidell now in business. 3:44 to go in the first half. Now Harlan Dixon, if this is the stat line, Slidell usually not going to win many games. 4 carries in the first half for just 12 yards. Got to get him a bit more involved. But with the deficit, Slidell has not had the luxury of feeding him the football. 3:44 to go in the first half. He'll line up in the backfield here.
He's gonna run a route out of the backfield, I gotta think. No?
And there it is, a shovel pass.
Shovel pass.
Comeaux read it well, but Dixon able to break a few tackles and fight his way forward for a first down.
Let me know how many yards he gets when you can.
And this crowd finally has something to cheer about. It's the first time we've really heard any cheers tonight from this Slidell crowd. A rare first down for the Tiger offense.
Yeah, since that opening drive, they've pretty much been silent.
And this is Dixon up the middle. Good gain. Out past the 35, shy of the 40 at the 38.
Very slow developing play, looked like an RPO to me, and but it was worth 5 yards. So the firepower. That's what I was talking about. Inside, outside, up top.
Reception of 12 and then a run.
2 timeouts left for the Tigers with 2:48 to go and counting in the first half. Autry looking long, double teamed and incomplete, and Slidell gets bailed out by a flag. They're going to call it against Cavius Honor.
Oh, man. I don't agree with that.
Wow. So we've seen questionable calls favor both teams.
Right.
That one is the first that's going to favor Slidell tonight, and it keeps this drive going. And there is discussion. No official call yet, though.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to have. Oh, was it a catchable pass? Yes. Pass interference, yes.
Pass interference.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Autry threw it up into double coverage, but bailed out by the PI on the 5'8 senior. And that's 15 more yards for Slidell.
As it is, I don't think Coach Dotson's going to run across the field and go, that was a terrible call, because he's been the beneficiary of a couple of oops in my mind, too.
Clock also stops due to the penalty. 2:41 left. First half. Autry, quick hitter. DB fell down, and this is going to be a first down and more. And a nice job of pursuit as Jordan Smith was brought down by...
Was that Neighbors?
It was Neighbors, yes.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the best athletes on both sides here. Neighbors did a nice job chasing down Smith, who had some running room, but it is a first down. 35-yard line of Comeaux. First time Slidell has been in Comeaux territory since their first drive of the game.
Looking for the spark.
Screen pass. And a good gain on first down inside the 30 to Miles Brown.
About 8 yards on that one.
8 yards.
Clock still rolling inside 2 minutes.
Number 9. Nicholas Castillo. JV All-Star. Yeah, right. Got a lot of touchdowns. You got too many people out there?
4 wide set. Clock still rolling. 2nd and 3.
Harlan handoff.
And, man, Slidell taking their time here. Again, we do not have a play clock. Play clock not working, but it's got to be rolling down here.
10 seconds. I know it's the hand was up by the
Autry pump fake, and it just did not
Incomplete.
Yeah.
I saw the hand up by the referee that the 10-second.
Gotta hand it off to Harlan.
Yeah, I think you're right.
First down gets the clock
We
stopped.
do that all the time.
So a lot of missed time there. After Brown was tackled, there were over 2 minutes left in the half. Now only 1:22 and a 3rd down and 3. Comeaux, this is their biggest defensive play of the game thus far. Handoff, Harlan Dixon into the red zone, inside the 15 and down to the 13. First down, Slidell.
That has to be his longest run right there.
He had just about as many yards on that one. He had more yards on that carry than he had coming into the drive.
It appeared to me that Comeaux was playing run, and pass, and that was run all the way. And look for them the same play.
A gain of 16 on the previous carry. Here's Dixon to the pylon, and Slidell is back in it. Touchdown, Slidell. Harlan Dixon.
As I said, same play, went right back to it. Why not?
And a flag is down.
Ooh, and I see it coming back. Is this?
If it stands, it would be
unsportsmanlike. It counts, but it's going to be a long extra point attempt.
It's the 7th consecutive game that Dixon has run for a touchdown.
That penalty will be assessed.
And this could loom large
How many plays you got in that drive, sir?
12,
with such a. Or actually, I think they're going to tack it on the kickoff.
I had 8 with the penalty, so 7.
For us.
The old swinging gate right here.
And now they're going to come in.
Matthew Rowley into attempt.
They always hurry it. We miss it.
Matthew Rowley on to attempt the PAT.
Still got time.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. So, Slidell, finally some momentum. 60 seconds remain before the break here in the first round. 21-7, Comeaux on top of Slidell. All right, folks. So 15 yards tacked on, and this could go out of bounds. Instead, it's fielded. And out of bounds will go Cavius Honor, who you could say was the biggest spark of that drive aside Harlan Dixon. His pass interference gave Slidell 15 yards, which led to the Tigers' first scoring drive of the game. And instead of letting that ball roll out of bounds, he picks it up, and it will be first down at the 37 with 56 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. Now, with as much as Comeaux runs the football,
I don't expect them to get away from that.
Yeah. But we have seen Trey Harris do well throwing the ball tonight. His only miscue was that interception. That was a 50-50 ball Harlan Dixon made a great play on. Crowd gets up here for 1st and 10, and Comeaux comes out in the shotgun. Handoff to Neighbors on the jet sweep. Neighbors brought down in the backfield.
Brought down number 28, Maj Hoffman.
To Maj Hoffman, one of the younger players in this Slidell program. The sophomore makes the play, and a flag is down.
28-14, Manville's winning, and 28-14, Covington's winning. And 2-0, St. Paul's is beating Holy Cross.
No signal.
Discussion, though, as to what they're going to do.
Now, Tiger, after a play like that defensively, Slidell only does have 2 timeouts, but with the momentum the way it is, getting the ball to start the second half, are you looking to get the ball back here now?
No, I don't think Comeaux is going to give them the ball back. I think they're going to. They've got 2 timeouts. I don't know. Maybe
Well, let me put it this way. If Slidell does get the ball back, are you trying to score, or are you just going to kneel it out and try to run out the clock into halftime?
No, why wouldn't you try to score? I mean, really. But I wonder if that's a sideline issue again.
Well, Comeaux, if you remember, does already have
foul
against Slidell. Oh, offset.
Offset him. Okay.
All right, so it'll be second down and 11.
So second down.
Second down and 11 after the offsetting personal fouls.
36-yard line.
Slidell crowd looking to get their team the ball back here before halftime. 45 seconds left. Clock has yet to start, and it is not going. There it is. All right, so clock rolling. 40 seconds to go. Handoff up the middle and tackled to bring up third down and about 8. Clock's still rolling. Looks like Coach Favre is content with letting this go to half.
I'm wondering there why Comeaux didn't huddle up again.
And now a really late timeout, a full 7 or 8 seconds run off the clock.
Well, I would say this. To me, Comeaux didn't really play that too smart. They came out of that situation, and he started the clock. The coach should have said, huddle up, and let's either use that make them use that timeout right then and there, or run some time off the clock.
21-7 our score. Right as I was going to say we'd take a break, both teams come back on the field. You can see Harlan Dixon there at the top of your screen. He's going to be on Malik Neighbors, who already has 2 receiving touchdowns tonight. Almost had a third, if not for the brilliant play of Harlan Dixon. Here we go, third down and 8. Trey Harris, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Handoff. Cutting it up. There's room, and brought down at the 40. Not a horse collar.
I knew there was a horse collar.
There we go.
In this game.
That'll bring the ball to the 34.
Again, the people at home got to miss the pulling on the quarter zip sweater there,
which is a great look. It's a playoff look. And so now you're in a position, if you're Comeaux, that you can reach the end zone on a throw from Trey Harris. Those are how 2 of the 3 scores have come tonight for the Spartans. Jump balls to Malik Neighbors.
It would be Neighbors and obviously, the
clock's rolling.
The clock's rolling?
Yeah, because he was in bounds.
Okay.
Down to 10 seconds. And I don't think Comeaux knows that the clock's running.
He's got 2 timeouts over there.
So they're going to call a timeout now with 5 seconds. Wow. So we will take a break now. And we will see what transpires in the last 5 seconds. 21-7. Comeaux on top of Slidell. All right, folks, here we go. This is the final play of the first half. It looks like Comeaux, if they do throw it, it's going to be some sort of play action. Slidell's ready for it. They've got 2 men back inside the 20. Harris will throw, and Neighbors is overthrown. 1 second remains. Wow.
Double coverage right there. I would venture to guess a quick survey of everybody in the stands would have identified Neighbors as the potential receiver.
Also, that was a really long 4 seconds.
Or short
4 seconds. Yeah, whichever way you want to go about it. I don't know. But yeah, 1 second remains.
I mean, even Mike Gambrell here in the press box agreed that Neighbors was the intended receiver.
So here we go. Now, this is without a doubt. I said it last time, but this has to be the last play of the first half. Unless there's a penalty. Unless there's a penalty, yes.
But then the clock runs. So I don't know.
So then
that's what I was told.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation, and now Harris is just going to kneel it down. Why not take a shot there, Tiger?
We're going to the half.
All right, we are on to halftime. Comeaux, maybe the upset of the first round so far. 21-7, the 27 seed over the 6 seed at the break.
Here to perform tonight's feature dance of the Slidell High School Swingerettes. Led by Captain Georgia Peck and co-captain Lizette Cabrera. The Swingerettes present I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Swingerettes.
Josh Simon will kick off for Comeaux to start the second half. 24 minutes down, 24 minutes to go to decide who will advance to the second round of the 5A LHSAA football playoffs. A good return here, out past the 35 to the 37, and another fumble! Ball's loose, and they're going to mark him down. They're going to mark him down at the 39.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Slidell would have got it anyway, it turns out, at about the 50-yard line. So that was about a, well, it wasn't a fumble, so.
Markeegan Gray.
Wow.
That was the second, almost the second time that Slidell's fumbled on a kickoff.
Huge drive, the biggest
wow.
Slidell season.
So here we go.
So I wonder how much fire and brimstone came out of the locker room with Coach Larry Farr. We'll see soon right here.
Autry in the gun on first down.
Smith deep at some point.
10 seconds on the play clock. Here is first down to Harlan Dixon. Dixon busts it outside, out of bounds at the 30 or the 44 rather. Gain of 5 on first down brings up 2nd and 5.
That's exactly how they wanted to start. Get 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Good run by Dixon. They got to get him going. They got him going late in the first half. So I'm sure there was a lot of talk at halftime and adjustments by Slidell. We'll see what happens as a result of that.
2nd and 5. They'll keep feeding it to Dixon. He'll be 1.5 yards shy of a first down. Or actually, that was Terrius Crawford's first carry of the night. So on a night where Harlan Dixon has been quiet, there have been 2 men that have stepped up. Torian King, Terrius Crawford, both spelling the senior Dixon well. It brings up 3rd and a long 1. Another handoff. Crawford cuts it up and has the first down, hit hard at the 45, and into Comeaux territory go the Tigers. Despite having dominated that first half, now the Tigers in Comeaux territory, and the offense finally getting going in a way that we had not seen in the first half.
They're running the football inside, that time outside. They've picked up a first down. If they can maintain this, they can regain some of that confidence. that they've had all year.
Here's Crawford. He's got a hole! Foot race! Inside the 20, 15, 10, and brought down inside the 5. First and goal, Slidell.
Great blocking up front by the offensive line. Forced a big hole right there, and Crawford almost ran through into the end zone.
First and goal from the 4, and it's going to be Crawford who stays in.
And already I'm sensing the a little change in the whole demeanor of this team.
Autry jet sweep. Harlan Dixon sideline, and he'll run out of real estate. No gain on the play, and now it's second and goal. Under 10 and a half to go, third quarter, just getting started here in the second half. John Autry has not thrown a pass yet in the second half. Slidell finally getting that run game going.
Straight ahead. Hand it off. Boom.
They'll do that to the goal line. Touchdown, Slidell. Terrius Crawford, the senior, making the most of his opportunity. And Slidell an extra point away now from making this a 7-point game.
Exactly what I said needed to happen.
Crawford, that's his first touchdown of the season. Wow, what a time for it.
Good timing.
He's also already surpassed his most rushing yards in a game. That was 33 back in week 8. Had over 40 on that drive. Matthew Rowley on for the PAT. It is up, and it is good.
And just like that, the lead of 14 was cut in half with less than 2 minutes gone in the second half. The Slidell Tigers are back in this ball game.
Matthew Rowley will kick off here as Slidell has made this a football game. 10:16 to go, third quarter. And a squib kick. Fielded on a hop. And tackled at the 21 is Cavius Honor. Dante Daniels has been all over the field tonight. He makes another big play there.
Great open field tackle. Bad choice there by the return man to try to take that across the field. Sometimes you can't go. You're not going north and south if you're going east and west. Remember that.
I will.
I'm just saying in the scope of directions.
Yes, I will take that with me. All right, so now Comeaux has been in a position where they've been able to do what they want, but now it's the first time they've faced any real pressure offensively. First down handoff, and finally Slidell looks at the end of that first half, and now here on the first play of the second half, they started to figure out what Comeaux is doing offensively. Eddie Flugents only picks up 4 there, which
is not bad.
It's not bad, yes, but comparatively.
Not 5 and 9 as it had been.
Yep.
I'm interested to see what changes I might be able to. Yeah, they've gotten out of that 2A gap situation.
A pitch to Flugents. And a good stop there by Markeegan Gray. And that'll bring up third and short. Now, Sherrod Kelly, who led Comeaux in rushing in the first quarter, went down with an injury. He has still not yet returned in this one.
He has not resurfaced.
So it has been Flugents who's taken over that power back role.
Hey, in the scheme of things right now, I'm telling you, 3rd and 1, this is big. This
third
is
down.
Big.
And we've just gotten word that in the St. Paul's game out in Covington, or actually New Orleans against Holy Cross, they've gotten 2 safeties. They've scored 4 points. Quarterback sneak on 3rd down, and that's right at the sticks. Looks like he's got just enough for the first down, and still no sit there.
Yes.
First down, Comeaux.
Yeah.
Tiger, last time you've seen a team score 4 points in a game?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That is something.
I think it was Astros beat the Yankees 4-0.
Yes.
I think that was the last in a football game. When I was in high school, we lost the game 3-2.
Wow. So high scoring.
High scoring.
Yes.
Yeah. Very
offenses
high.
were clicking there.
Yeah.
All right.
And the guy that scored all the points.
Yep.
The 3 and the 2.
Wow.
Because he was the punter and the kicker. So
first down and 10. Comeaux looking to put some more points on the board. This time, it's snuffed out. Flugin's nowhere to go.
I feel like
Dante Daniels again. We've called his name all night.
I feel like I need to offer that.
On the bench over there with his leg.
I feel like I need to extrapolate that 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the kicker, the field goal kicker, got 3, but he was also the punter, and the ball went out of the ball. Now, technically, he didn't get the 2 points.
Yes.
But he let the ball get through him.
Yeah.
Therefore, in some ways, he's scored 3 and 2.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Back to the action. I'm glad we straightened that out.
Absolutely. Everyone at home was dying for that.
I know, I knew.
Second down and 10. Trey Harris will come out in the shotgun here. Eddie Flugins beside him in the backfield, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that's the first time that this play clock being kept on the field has bitten a team. First delay of game we've seen, and this is exactly what Comeaux does not want to get in. It's the only time that Slidell has had any real success stopping them is when they get behind the chains.
And, yeah, that's not exactly what they wanted to do right there. You pick up a first down.
So it brings up second down and 15.
It's like they almost don't have any other, unless they're going to throw the ball to Neighbors.
Well, if they throw it, it's probably going to them. Again, no other player has more than 5 receptions this season for Comeaux. And it's batted down at the line, 3rd and 15. Dante Daniels, what a night for the senior. He comes up with the pass deflection. And it's 3rd and long.
And it was headed again for Neighbors. Oh, by the way.
But Tiger, as a coach, how easy does that make it defensively when you have 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, and no other player has 5 receptions on the team?
You do what they just did. They bracketed Neighbors over there.
Keelan Hilaire is also spread out. He's got 9 receptions this year.
4.
Here we go, 3rd down. Harris will look to run, and he's got a little bit of room. And he'll be chased down.
But again, what direction did he end up running?
East and west, Tiger.
Not north and south.
Jace Williams, the junior, will come up with the stop, and Slidell. It looks like we'll get the ball back with a chance to tie this game up, and we are not even at the halfway mark of the 3rd quarter. They'll send
Slidell have enough people on the field.
Caden Beck back deep.
Back to punt, back to receive for the Tigers. Number 17, Caden Besh.
Caden Besh, rather. Hilaire on to punt. Short punt. And it'll take a bounce. And it's fumbled!
What are you doing?
And Comeaux has it! What a mistake by Slidell!
Oh my goodness. What was who?
It was number 17, Caden Besh.
What was Besh even trying to field that ball for?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And just when it looked like Slidell would get the ball back and their offense has been rolling, a mistake on special teams, another mistake on special teams is going to give Comeaux the football back.
Oh my goodness. Just when you think you're going to come out of the woods.
Wow. And that could be game defining at this point. On a night where Slidell has not stopped Comeaux. They finally get a stop in their own territory and give them the ball right back at midfield. Wow.
With all the momentum.
Why is he winding the clock? Should be wound. Or should have to change of possession, technically.
First down. Harris keeps. And he will fall
He's going to be close to a first down.
About a yard shy. Yard shy. Second down and 1. Good gain on first down for Harris.
A little Lamar Jackson spin move right there towards the end of that play by Harris, who we've seen is quite an athlete.
Again, Louisiana Tech transfer. He and Harlan Dixon will most likely be teammates next fall.
Field goal, 7-7.
And we just got an update from that famous St. Paul's game where they've got 2 safeties. It's now 7-7.
2 safeties and a field goal.
First down on the run to Flugents.
Picks up the first. It'll be first and 10 Spartans.
And really, you could say that the only time that Slidell has stopped Comeaux is when Comeaux has beaten themselves. The only 2 times the Spartans have not scored touchdowns were both drives where they got behind the chains due to penalties.
Well, if you remember, they had first and goal, and they fumbled on the first play. Then they got a penalty. Then they ran a play where they threw the ball back behind. It ended up, well, they were trying to throw a forward pass. It ended up being something else.
Flugents hit hard, but he'll keep his footing still on his feet, and a first down.
That is some tough running right there.
Eddie Flugents.
I know Sherrod Kelly's sitting over there on the bench with an ice pack on his ankle, but Flugents has stepped up big time right here.
Again, Flugents came into the game as the team's leading rusher, but he's more of a scat back. He's had to take the place of the team's second leading rusher, Sherrod Kelly, who went down with an injury in the first half. First down and 10. The Spartans driving. It's a keeper. Harris fooled everybody, but he fumble! And Slidell has it. They'll call him down. They'll call him down. Well, now there's Slidell's saying they have it, but the referee was clear.
No,
yeah.
He's down. He's down.
Player was down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Looked like a good call from here. Looked like he was down.
I know one thing. Mr. Harris is not carrying that football very stoutly.
Nonetheless, he does pick up a good chunk of yardage on first down, 2nd down and 2, as the Spartans enter the Slidell red zone. Flugents. First down and more inside the 15 to the 11.
Golly, this guy's good. He's able to weave through that blocking and find the opening.
19-106.
He's now over 100 yards.
Yeah, on 19 carries. Doesn't matter. He's the workhorse tonight. He's come up big in Sherrod Kelly's absence.
Over 100 yards for the senior. Comeaux looking for a huge touchdown inside 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Keep feeding Flugents inside the 5.
Wow. And it's almost
8 yards.
And now it's similar to the offense we saw in the first half from Comeaux, where they're getting 7-8 yards a carry.
Exactly. Just left side, left side, inside, outside.
2nd down and 3. The Spartans can pick up a first down at the 1.
I don't need a turnover here, gentlemen.
Trey Harris. Handoff to Flugents. Flugents nowhere to go. Stopped at the line, driving the legs, and he will fall forward. No signal.
It's going to be a first down at least.
And still no signal. Wow. Looks like it's going to be marked at the 1 yard line. So first and goal. First and goal from the 1.
Wow.
And 3 first and goal, all spotted inside the 1 yard line.
It appeared that on the first attempt, he was going nowhere, but some kind of way, he got that extra yardage to get a first down.
As good as Flugents has been, he's not found the end zone yet tonight. Apparently he has. I thought it was Sherrod Kelly in the first quarter.
Quarterback
sneak, and that's in for a touchdown. Comeaux takes the momentum right back.
Trey Harris.
27-14. Trey Harris on the ground finds pay dirt. And that is the 8th time the quarterback has scored 6 this year. And now it's the clock becoming an issue for Slidell. 14 minutes and 40 seconds left to overcome a 13 and what might now be a 14-point deficit following the extra point.
Winning 9-7. 3 safeties and a field goal.
Just on you. How do you get that many opportunities to?
Here's the extra point. Savannah Sales has been perfect tonight, 3 for 3. And that's going to be offsides on Slidell. It's the 3rd time the Tigers have jumped on an extra point tonight.
What was appearing to have been a grasp of the momentum by Slidell quickly has turned around back to a 14-point game with 2:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Sales. Good snap, good hold, kick up, and it is
no good.
Wide. No, it's good. Wow, looked like it may have gone wide. But it finds its way through. 28-14 the score. 2:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Comeaux looking for the upset over Slidell. Josh Simon will kick it away. And nothing guaranteed on Slidell kickoffs tonight. Upman will field, and a big collision there out past the 35 to the 37 as Sean Malvo brought down number 26, Kendall Carter. Freshman will be credited with a decent kick return there. No, we've got a man down.
Tyreek Boyd for Comeaux has hit the turf right there. We're going to take a timeout at this time.
28-14. Big drive coming up for the Tigers. All right, folks, out of the injury timeout, Tyreek Boyd able to walk off under his own power, which is a very good sight, but that is not a good one if you're a Slidell fan. Harlan Dixon brought down at the line. 2nd down and 10.
Dixon's had his struggles running. They've been able to get on, key on him. He's had a couple of good runs, but held in bay right now.
A quiet night for Dixon, aside from a touchdown run late in the first half. Slidell down by 2 touchdowns inside 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Autry will look to throw. Looking long, and that one is intercepted. Two Spartans had a chance at it. It was number 10.
Yeah, who's not on there's no 10 on this thing, but that was Cavius Honore. No number 10 that I saw.
Number 7. Whoever number 7's name is.
Wilton George.
Wilton George makes the play. As well as you said, Honore had a good shot at it too. And it brings up 3rd and what Slidell does not want to get into. 3rd down and 10 in an obvious passing situation for John Autry.
I'm looking for a screen pass right here.
Autry in trouble. Nowhere to go, being chased.
And
he'll have to throw it away. Comeaux's going to get off the field with a 3 and out. Wow. And that was probably the biggest offensive possession for Slidell. And Comeaux shuts them down efficiently.
Yes, that was a big one. And when you're down 2 touchdowns with a quarter to go, sometimes you go away from what was helping you, which was the run game. They ran one play, got nothing, and decided to throw 2 incomplete passes.
Neighbors back deep. He'll call for the fair catch and haul it in at the 32-yard line. So Comeaux will come out with a chance to, with the way Slidell has thrown the ball, a touchdown here, they are in serious trouble, and even more trouble than they already are. Down 14 points with a little over 13 minutes to play.
A 3-and-out here is paramount for Slidell.
That is something they have not accomplished yet tonight. Aside from a 3-and-out to start the second half, but then they gave the ball right back on a muffed punt.
End of the third, Destrehan 13, Ponchatoula 34, Destrehan 34, Ponchatoula 13.
So here we go, first down and 10.
Okay. Lakeshore wins 50-0.
Harris will hand off. First down. They get about half of it. Flugents on the carry. It's basically, Tiger, if they're throwing it, they're throwing it to Neighbors. If they're running it with Flugents at this point.
Or Harris, because that's where they catch you off. If when you start and you figure, oh, they're going to go to Flugents, Harris is going to keep it. So they're very judicious in running Harris when they need to.
Second down and 5, and interesting decision here to go in the shotgun. Harris to Flugents on the sweep, and he'll be brought down in the backfield.
Chase Williams.
Nice play by Chase Williams.
Flugent carry.
They had gotten some yards early in the game off of that play, but good open field tackle by Williams for a loss. Brings up third down and about 7 now for Comeaux. I don't know what they have in the 3rd and 7 range in play calling.
They do not have to take another snap, as there's 10 seconds left in the quarter, and it looks like they are content.
Yes.
They are content with letting the clock run out. So 12 minutes to go, and the play of the game so far coming up to start the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 7. The 27th ranked Comeaux Spartans looking for the biggest upset in 5A of the first round. They have a 14-point cushion as we head to the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 7. Here is the play of the game so far. Slidell looking for a 3-and-out to get the ball back, down 28-14. Trey Harris, the Louisiana Tech commit, in the shotgun. He will keep it himself on the quarterback keeper, and he's shy of a first down by a yard or 2, and it's decision time for Comeaux.
Oh, they're going to punt it. They're not going to give Slidell the ball right there. I wouldn't see that.
Only one player has come on, so it looks like the offense is on. The offense is on for Comeaux.
They're going to try to draw him off sides.
Here we go. 4th down and 2. They need the 44 for a first down if they decide to snap it. Slidell has jumped off sides tonight a lot. We'll see if they can draw him here. Here's 4th down. Harris, they'll snap it. Flugents, first down. Gutsy.
Whoa! Coach Doug Dotson just pulled out the dice and threw him down Vegas style on the field to pick up a first down. Wow.
A team that hasn't won a playoff game since 2009, pulling out all the stops, going for the upset. And that is a huge first down as Comeaux 3 yards away from Slidell territory at the 47, 1st and 10.
More importantly, the clock is running.
And they're going to bring that all the way down to inside 10 seconds on the play clock. Flugents once more, bottled up quickly.
That went nowhere.
Jace Williams on the stop again. He and Dante Daniels have been all over the field for the Slidell defense. No gain on first down, brings up 2nd and 10. And again, this is what Slidell needs to continue to do, is keep Comeaux out of those 2nd and 3rd and shorts. Harris will come up under center. And a handoff. Good gain on 2nd.
Well, that made up for that first down run. It gives them 3rd down and about 3. They ran the counter that time. A little something. Coach Dotson has kind of had the answer running the football each time, even though it seems like they're running the same plays, and they always have something a little bit different.
Cavius Honore on the carry that time. We've got an injured Spartan. We'll let you know who it is.
I think we have a cramp right now.
Looking that way. We'll let you know who that is when we come back. 3rd and short coming up.
I think from here would be
Cavius Honore was the injured Spartan. He's able to walk off under his own power, but he will not be in the game here on 3rd down and officially 3 yards to go from the 46. Another huge play for Slidell, trying to get off the field and get the offense the ball back. Crowd gets up. Here we go. Harris under center. He'll hand off to Flugents. Flugents pushes forward. He's got it. Yep. Gain of 4, needed 3, and some contact late after the whistle, but no flag.
Man, I would 74 and 75. Donald Paul, and is there a 75 or?
Might be thinking of 71.
My glasses. Where's my glasses?
But yeah, they're going 300 and 275 there.
Yeah. On that right side, the guard and tackle have been big tonight.
Slidell's had 10 minutes and 35 seconds.
They fake the pitch and run it up the middle, and a huge gain on first down. Gain of 9. As
that play appeared that it was going to be shut down because it was the counter back to this. He just cut it up the middle, and they got the blocks they needed.
Honore, good to see him back in the game. He picks up 9 on first down, 2nd and 1. And now the clock on the side of Comeaux, they're winding that to the point where if they score on this possession, there probably isn't enough time for Slidell. Down to 8 minutes to go, 4th quarter. 28-14, the Spartans on top. Harris under center. Flugents outside, cuts it up, first down to the 26.
Even when it seems like he's bottled up, he's able to step out and then cut back.
First down, Spartans. I think I called timeout if I was far. Just pull the whole team over, give them a break, talk to them. Guys, you can't give up the score here.
So there has been no answer for this option attack.
This has to be very, very frustrating from a defensive perspective for Slidell. They've had those times where they seem to have stopped it for one play or maybe 2 plays, but then no.
First down and 10 from the 26. They'll keep it with Harris outside. Down the sideline, Harris will run out of bounds.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting. Great play call right there.
Right at the marker. They'll mark it 2nd and inches.
32nd down.
The Slidell would be better if he got the first down. Yeah.
2nd down and inches, 7:21 to go.
But he did run out of bounds. I mean, if it's 439.
And how big does that muffed punt look now? As Comeaux has a chance to put this game away. Handoff Flugents. He'll fall forward, still not taken down. He needed inches and he got inches.
Flugent's carries, picks up the first.
He actually wasn't down till the end there.
28 for 145.
Just sat there. That was the 28th carry for Flugents tonight. 145 yards for the senior. As Comeaux enters the red zone and the clock enters inside 7 minutes.
Vanderbilt 38, Barb 14. At Barb.
5.17 yards a carry for Mr. Flugent.
Holy Cross 7.
First down. Harris to Flugents. No, he'll keep it himself. And inside the 10 to the 8. 7 yards on the carry.
Good job by Harris of pulling and following through that hole.
Again, this Comeaux senior class has never won a playoff game. They've made a trip to the playoffs every season. Slidell, when we talked to Coach Larry Favre, it was nights like this he'd been working towards since he got the job at Slidell.
Man, that Slidell defense has to be a little bit gassed right about now because they have been on the field almost the entire second half.
Pitch play inside the 5 to the goal line. Comeaux touchdown. Eddie Flugents may have just sent the Spartans to the second round.
We still have 6 minutes. Slow down. Anything can happen.
A 20-point lead with 6:06 to go.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
It is not.
But wow.
At this point, I don't know if Comeaux can touch the ball again, is the thing.
Oh, yeah, if they get it back, yeah.
13 plays, 67 yards.
Scales on for the extra point.
7:22.
And it is up, and it is good. Savannah Sales 5 for 5 on PATs. Comeaux 6 minutes away from a major upset in Class 5A. 35-14 our score from Slidell.
Other side of the bracket.
Josh Simon will kick this one away. And it is a relatively deep kick inside the 15 to the 14. And tripped up is Torian King.
Haughton was at home.
Tyreek Boyd makes the stop. And it's really good to see Boyd out there. He took that big hit on a Slidell kickoff return a few moments ago and was down for a few minutes. Fortunately, he's back in the game, makes a nice stop. And now, here we go. 6 minutes to play. 3 touchdowns are what Slidell needs for one of the most improbable comebacks I've ever seen, but also to avoid the upset and to keep this magical 8-2 season alive. First down, Autry, quick hitter. And that one's hauled. No, it dropped. Incomplete.
It'll be second and 10.
As he was looking for Caden Besh, whose muffed punt has been the turning point in this one. Slidell had a chance to get the ball back down 7. Instead, they muff it. Comeaux goes down and scores, forces a Slidell 3 and out, and scores on the next possession as they lead 35-14. 5:55 to go, second down and 10 coming up for the Slidell offense.
Slidell has not had an answer defensively for stopping this run game from Comeaux.
Autry, deep drop, in trouble, escapes it. Throw on the run, nice comeback. As that one is hauled in by Besh, and he will have the first down to the 41-yard line.
For the Tigers.
Gain of 13 on the play, and that is the longest pass completion for Slidell tonight. Clock running.
Exactly 11 is what I have.
Clock still running inside 5.5 now. Slidell still not set.
Taking way too much time to get the play in.
Down to 5:20 on the clock. Here's first down. Autry throws back across his body. It's intercepted. Coming back all the way. Comeaux Spartans touchdown. Javian Etienne puts the game on ice.
Return for a touchdown, Javian Etienne.
43 yards.
The junior linebacker with the biggest play of his life. And it looks like what has been a magical year for the Slidell Tigers is unfortunately going to come to an end in the first round, as there's going to be a sideline warning, or that would be the second one on Comeaux, so that would be a flag.
Back him up. No way she can't get caught. Yeah, back it up. Back him up here, because she can't get caught.
So see what they decide to do here. Does Coach Favre, will they back him up, or will they take the yardage on the kickoff?
Take the yardage on the kickoff. At this point, it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it does.
Sales has been perfect on PATs tonight, looking to go 6 for 6. And she will do so.
It's good.
Here we go.
We are 5 minutes away from a huge upset here in Slidell. The 27 seed Comeaux all over Slidell. 42-14, 5:09 left.
Eric's not connected, so you may not have anything to do.
5:09 left in this one. Josh Simon has been busy, and he'll kick off as his Spartans lead by 4 touchdowns. Short kick, and this is live, and it is still on the ground, and Comeaux says they have it, and they do. Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. And there is a flag.
Numbers. The kickoff, number 6. Javian Etienne.
Javian Etienne, what a sequence for him. He gets the pick 6 a few moments ago and recovers the kickoff. Looks like it's going to be a dead ball foul against Comeaux, but it doesn't matter. Spartans are going to get the ball here. Unbelievable. Special teams. Tiger, I mean, that's been the turning point of this game. Not even the turning point, the deciding factor in this game.
Absolutely. That and Slidell's inability to stop the run.
So Comeaux has 5:05 left.
3 on special.
And Slidell is going to take a timeout. It'll be first down Spartans when we come back. 5:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Here we go, 5:05 to go, and all the Comeaux Spartans need to do is milk the clock. First down, stepping out of a tackle, but not a second is Flugents. Brought down for a loss of 1, second down and 11.
That was a rare thrown for a loss there.
Slidell does have all 3 timeouts, but down 28 here, 42-14, 4.5 to play. And Comeaux will move on to the second round in that time, as we'll take a look at who they will face next. And a short, a fumble. and Comeaux gets it back. Wow. Wow.
That's pretty much how it's been
That's
tonight.
been how it's been tonight, yep.
It's been a fumble, and Comeaux has the football.
Bring up 3rd and long as Comeaux will move on to face Houghton, who defeated Ouachita Parish 28-7. They are the 11 seed. As they're going to take down the 6th-ranked Slidell Tigers tonight. Here's 3rd down and 8. Slidell may get a chance to get the ball back.
Hey, who won the Houghton game? What was Houghton seeded? 11.
Handoff up the middle, and falling forward, and a huge flag will fly in. That'll be unnecessary roughness. As Flugents was slammed to the ground. And instead of it being 4th and 1, it'll be a 1st down for Comeaux.
Personal foul against the Tigers, 15 yards.
What started as a promising second half of Slidell has deteriorated here late in the game. I know it's a big disappointment to Coach Favre, but they've had back-to-back district championships, something to build on for the future. Autry will be back.
We've
as will some others.
You know, we've seen a good night from Markeegan Gray, Torian King. They'll both be back. As that clock will roll down for the Comeaux Spartans. First playoff win in a decade.
Cameron Crow beats Sal.
Up the middle. Flugents brought down quickly.
One of the things, as a coach, one of the things that you would hate is it's a cold night. You're 2.5 hours from your own thing. You would hate to get on those yellow, well, they've got big buses. They got some Hotards or whatever.
It's playoff time.
It's playoff. I forgot.
Yeah.
But you would, yellow bus or whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't want to get on that bus and go home with the sting of a loss. Tonight, that will not happen for Comeaux.
Take a kneel on it now. Take care, gentlemen.
So 2nd down and 10 after no gain on 1st down. And Harris will lose his footing. And another flag. I think they called unsportsmanlike conduct on Slidell. Whoa.
It must have hit him in the. Must have hit him in the head. That's all I can think.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't, or I didn't see anything.
Right, I couldn't tell. But we weren't at a good angle either.
Yeah. So that will definitely Slidell will, unless Comeaux scores, will not get the ball back. At this point now is, wow. So
I think they can take a knee, basically.
Yep.
Although maybe
Slidell does have all their timeouts, but at this point, it's.
I don't see Coach Favre using it.
Yeah. No. Looks like Comeaux is going to do just that. Clock will roll inside 90 seconds here before this snap. And although this has been a disappointing night for Slidell, to see the growth that this program has had under Coach Favre from 2-8, 3-7 seasons to now back-to-back district titles in, well, you Tiger call it the SEC of the North Shore.
Easy, as simple as that, really. You know, the St. Paul's dominated for years.
Yep.
Maybe it's Slidell's turn.
The next step for the Tigers, though, a playoff run. They get a playoff win last year. They are going to lose in the first round this year. And that will be the next task for Coach Favre and his Slidell Tigers, as Comeaux will take one more snap and head back to Lafayette and get ready next week for Houghton.
They're going to be having some good gumbo tonight once they get home, I'm sure.
Final kneel down taken, and the Comeaux Spartans upset the 6th-ranked Slidell Tigers by a final score of 42-14. We want to thank those that brought you tonight's game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Fulse, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swang, our cameraman tonight, bracing the cold weather, Rhett Sharp, alongside me, Charles Tiger Edwards. Just like the old days, it's been a pleasure, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
I'm John Sartori. We will see you in round 2. Final score, Comeaux 42, Slidell 14. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.